in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Take 2. Cut that. Cut.
What happened?
Someone was apparently blowtorching some girders while the music was going. They were practicing their spot welding.
I knew. I fucking knew. Like, literally on the one beat when I'm going to press. I almost muted your mic, too.
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch.
That's funny.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you.
From the Ugly Parrot Studios in Newcastle, California, the Loom Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Hey everybody, welcome back. Scott Robinson with you for another episode of Beyond the Humidor as we slowly but surely creep up to the 100th episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know, each time you say that, the expectation for the 100th episode increases by 5%.
Our audience knows better than that.
I would certainly hope so by now.
Oh, boy.
See, that's, I lower expectations, Gorilla, so when you knock it out of the park, everyone is just astounded and amazed.
Goes right along with that thing my pop used to tell me. That if you tuck about half of one of your pant legs into your sock in the morning before you leave the house, people expect a lot less out of you.
Good point. Hey, Gorilla, how's it going over there?
It is going fabulous.
Fabulous?
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
See what you started?
Yeah, see? Thanks a lot.
Motherfucker gives me shit for not being enthusiastic enough last time.
Then when you are enthusiastic, he still gives you shit.
You call that enthusiastic?
Like an abusive,
Hey, look at him,
like
Matt.
an abusive stepdad. Jesus Christ. Fucking great, Scott!
Oh, Jesus.
Woo!
Damn you, Daddy!
You kind of asked for that, man.
I did. I had that coming.
Hey, I did lean back a little bit from the mic.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
No
appreciate
one's-
that.
No one's rolling on the ground in pain. Everyone's fine.
Yeah.
My ears aren't bleeding.
Good thing he isn't in this chair. You can't lean back that far. You go over.
How you doing there, Greg?
I'm awake now. It's been an interesting week so far. I got a little gag for the show that I was going to do, thought was hilarious, and then I tried it, and I'm like, nope, but we're going to do it anyway.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's probably a hairball. Just spit it out.
Hey, Lawrence, how you doing there?
Hey, it's another day in the life, man. We're on a off day recording today. We did not record on Monday. We're actually doing this on Wednesday, so we're halfway through a week. It's been a beauty.
All right. Hey there, how you doing there, Bucky? Bucky is back.
Contract negotiations have either been satisfied or ground to a halt. Which is it?
We settled.
Oh, nice.
We? What's this we shit?
We.
Yeah, don't be lumping all us white people into the same bucket, man.
Let's just jump right into it today. So, Gregory,
Do we want to start with the cigar, or do you want to start with the disaster?
let's start with the disaster.
Okay.
Okay? So talk to us, Greg. Tell us the story of this elixir that you have provided for the show.
So, most of you know I rarely drink. So I was effing around on the internet, and I came across non-alcoholic scotch and non-alcoholic bourbon. I know. So I'm like, okay, this is really cool because I like the flavor, I like that. I just don't like the alcoholic after effects.
It's kind of like a virgin prostitute.
Pretty much. Okay. That being said, a friend of mine acquired a bottle for me. My plan was to sandbag and have it covered, not tell you what it was, pour you guys a glass, and let you guys sample it and get your reactions live on television. Don't worry, guys, we're still going to do that. That being said, I opened the bottle last night and tasted it myself. And I realized very quickly that I kind of like both of you, or the three of you, too much to do that to you.
That'll pass.
Let's taste it before I go further on to what I think about it. But let me. So this is called Free Spirits. It is a non-alcoholic bourbon. It comes out of Marin, California. Mill Valley, California, in Marin County. Inspired by great Kentucky bourbons, the Spirit of Bourbon is a complex oaky, caramel-kissed, non-alcoholic blend of natural flavors and functional ingredients to both warm your body and ignite your spirit. It does, however, say, refrigerate after opening. Do not freeze. Enjoy within 6 months of opening. That being said, let's taste it. I want to get both of these guys are seasoned whiskey drinkers and have very good taste in whiskey, so.
It's okay.
Don't get it wet. Don't get it wet after midnight. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here?
I highly recommend giving it a olfactory sample before you drink.
Pour a little more in there. I mean, just for the sake. I mean,
look how he's like, dude, nope.
Just I don't want to feel like I'm doing cough syrup.
Well, wait until you smell it.
Hey, I didn't ask for more, you fucking prick.
Just because they're the what
So-
the fuck?
So
It's what?
So it first of all, yes, it smells weird. Okay,
Oh, no, that's not weird. It smells like shit.
it smells like cough
It
syrup.
smells vaguely cough syrup
Cough
/
syrupy.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yes, it does.
No,
So
this is shit that would be smelled in a monkey cage.
I'm telling
So
you right
this-
now, small sips are best.
I think I took some road tar off the side of my truck with something like this.
What does it smell
All
like?
right, I'm going first.
You're a brave man.
So remember my comment before the show where I said I'm getting the feeling. Oh,
Oh God, that's my reaction too.
I am gonna beat you like a redheaded
Jesus!
stepchild.
oh no!
Oh
Okay.
God, that is
What
terrible.
the fuck
So-
is that?
Let me start out
Yeah,
with
read
saying.
the ingredients.
Hang on. Let me start out by saying, okay, this is why I decided not to sandbag you guys and have it covered, because it is literally the shittiest thing I have ever imbibed, eaten, put in my mouth. Whatever joke you want to run with that, go right ahead. It literally, I had your reaction, Scott. It was an immediate gag reflex.
So here, I was afraid of this. I'm like, how are they gonna try to simulate that like bourbon or whiskey burn?
It doesn't.
Whatever they tried to do,
Don't
Did
worry,
not work.
they didn't.
No.
If-
So
Oh, God,
Okay, hold on.
That is terrible.
If you would have blind tasted that just for us as a surprise, you ever see the beginning of Goodfellas?
nope.
Yeah, you should watch it. It'd be like, hey man, is there something in the trunk? Yeah, it's coming from the trunk. Just watch the first part of Goodfellas.
Well,
you'll get
realistically,
it.
you realize now why I didn't do this as a surprise, because it's undrinkable.
Ooh, God, that is bad.
Let's talk about its ingredients. Water.
Really?
Well,
Natural-
hey, I would have put all my chips on the first ingredient being llama piss, but
So it's natural. It's water, natural flavor, sugar,
Llama piss.
citric acid, toluene, niacin, which is vitamin B3, potassium sorbate, fruit and vegetable juice for color, xanthan gum, and rhodioxine.
the
Nonetheless,
Isn't that the stuff
I
for
won't-
hair?
I won't lie. The thing that surprised me most is how high on the list citric acid is. That's usually
Yes.
much lower on the list of ingredients, which means there's a lot more of it. than there should
Oh.
that's probably most of what that taste is citric acid.
now apparently it is supposed to be done as a mixer.
Mixed with what?
Hang on, let me get
that's
to that.
That's where the llama piss comes in. Okay.
The pungent flavor that this seems to have will not go away or disappear.
That ain't no fucking joke.
I put it with bourbon. I put it in Coke. It overpowered the taste of Coke. I made a old fashioned with it. It didn't taste right. This stuff doesn't work
God.
at all. And it's vegan, apparently.
Oh, thank God.
But it's a product. It's a hard no from the Beyond the Humidor podcast. We can't recommend it.
Available at the finer Trader Joe's everywhere.
I'd even be somewhat placated if it tasted like it smelled, but it doesn't. It tastes worse.
Yes. And if you, the listeners, want to know more, go on and look at some of the podcasts that do whiskey tastings. They've done the non-alcoholic versions. They talk about it way better than the whys and the hows and everything. It's a hard no.
So I have to ask, how much did you spend on this gag?
$35.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Honestly.
$35.
You spent dude.
I do like the bottle, okay? The contents are crap, but I paid $35 for a nice glass bottle. Anyway.
You could go antiquing on a Sunday and get all the bottles you want and fill it with good alcohol.
These are the things I do for the show.
Thanks for taking a hit for the team.
Yeah.
So can we talk about let's talk about the regular whiskey that was brought out here. So
Greg redeemed himself, by the way. Here you go, sir.
well, first of all, I want to thank my buddy Blake. He's a friend of mine. He gave us this bottle here. This is the Glenlivet Enigma. It retailed for about $170 if I remember right. It was a special edition at the end of 2018. The mixture behind code, which is this bottle right here, folks, finally revealed a sophisticated single malt Scotch whiskey matured in a mixture of oak barrels finished with ex-Canadian first-filled rye barrels. It's a 40% ABV, so a standard Scotch.
Hold on to that, Bucky.
Tasting notes, fruity aromas of pear and juicy pineapple, followed by spicy flavors of sweet ginger, licorice root, and subtle fresh mint leaves on the palate. A long and fruity, refreshing finish, and a baked red apple, creamy toffee, and cinnamon combined with delicate floral aromas on the nose. I don't know what any of that
Or
means,
shit,
but that's
it tastes
basically
like
what it is.
whiskey.
There you go. Thank God.
Jesus.
Oh.
What do you think over there, Captain Ahab? Hey,
Far better drinkable than the other one.
you all right? Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
I noticed something earlier. You know, Greg got here before you this week, which I think is a first. But and I hadn't noticed this, and you know, I like to think I'm fairly socially aware. Have you picked up on the Mr. T starter kit Homeboy's wearing here with his rings? No?
I did not.
Did you see the Loomis Cigar Cartel ring that Gregorio has now?
Yes, I knew about this.
See, I didn't know that. Gorilla, were you aware of this?
He
No?
pities the fool.
Gorilla's coming into
wait.
shot
Whoa,
to see
we
this.
got
Gorilla's
Gor-
coming
Gor-
into shot.
Is it tasteful or gaudy? It's tasteful. Okay, there's not like a big fucking emerald or some shit.
Cat's eye.
No. See,
Yeah, cat's eye sapphire. That's what I was expecting.
now see, if I could take that to my old jeweler, put some diamonds around it.
Yeah, you know what it
Maybe a
needs?
couple-
You know what it needs on the side?
What's that?
A band, marching band emblem, and school newspaper on the other side.
I honestly did want to come over. I'm like, did he fucking order a ring from that fucking class ring page?
No, I didn't.
Everyone? I really, Greg, if you did, unrelenting shit would have been thrown your way.
It's not a Jostin's ring.
That's the, yeah.
It actually comes from one of my favorite places in the world,
China?
London.
Oh, we should have known.
Yeah, figures.
So anyway,
So-
I'll give Gorilla better pictures for
Yeah,
those of you on the
please. You know, we
podcast
gotta get that up.
want to see it.
Are those going to be available on our swag page?
Probably not.
Yeah. Wow.
Kiss the ring.
A custom ring, I'll be honest with you, custom rings are not cheap.
Yeah. Especially when you got sausage fingers.
Like yeah, this is a 13 for my ring size. Yeah, it's pretty good size.
Yeah, that's about
So, how's the Glenlivet?
Very nice.
Yes, thank you.
course.
Very whiskey flavored for those of you.
This has redeemed you. You're not going to wind up in the back
Oh
of
no,
someone's
horse
trunk.
shit! This has redeemed him.
I was about to say,
We're at even right now.
I would have dumped my remaining drag of whatever the fuck that other thing is on the ground, but I didn't want to etch the concrete.
So, Blake, we thank you for allowing us to drink this on the show.
Thank you, kind sir.
And if Blake, if you happen to be the one that got him this other bottle of shit, don't let that happen again. All right.
Surprisingly, anyway. So, moving on.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
We talked about this cigar a little bit an episode or two ago in our What I'm Looking Forward to out of PCA. And quick shout out and thank you to Josh at the Vault for having this cigar earlier before other brick and mortars. So we were able to get a hold of it to smoke on the show. We are smoking today the Oscar Valladares Tobacco Company 2012 Sumatra, introduced at PCA. Beg your pardon, 2023. It's a really great stick. I've smoked several already now. In fact, I bought the last 5 Josh had and pretty much screwed everybody else at the vault. Sorry, guys, but not sorry. It is a wonderful cigar. As you know, the 2012 line, as Larry and Scott and I and Grill have talked about this many times, comes in several different. There's a Connecticut, a Corojo, a Maduro, a Barber Pole. This one is a Sumatra blend consisting of an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper over Honduran binder and filler, Honduran binder and a combination of Nicaraguan and Honduran fillers. Great stick. This happens to be the 2020 the Toro box press. It's just a great stick and beautiful blue. What color did you call this, Gorilla?
I called it like teal.
Teal band. It's a really great stick, and my initial thoughts on it are, being Sumatra's in my top 5 of leaves that I like. It's quickly becoming a go-to cigar for me. Every time I walk into our local brick and mortar, now that they have them, that's my go-to now. So it's just a good stick.
Yeah, I like the flavor. I like the fact that you can get a lot of smoke out of it.
That's what I've noticed about lots of, I think pretty much all of these in that 2012 line. I'm not necessarily a box press cigar guy. Typically, that's not my go-to. But these Oscar 2012s, that whole line is box press, and they are such... Jesus. Roll Charlie around. He be all right. Roll him around. Now that's a fire.
Apparently.
Yeah, get away from Barbara. You know how to start a goddamn fire. And now go get me 2-gallon gasoline out of the shed.
Get that goddamn lighter fluid out of here.
Eddie Murphy's people are going to be calling us, suing our ass. All right, what I was saying. Every one of those is just a very well-constructed cigar. I have never had one issue with one of those box press 2012s. I mean, they burn great. It's consistent. Doesn't come apart. It's just a really good cigar. The Sumatra is something I don't gravitate towards a lot, but this is really nice. The flavor is a little, it's a little peppery, I guess, is what I'm going for, what I'm thinking on the back end, kind of the aftertaste. You get a little bit of a...
I can see that,
kind of a leftover, which is all right. And this is the third one of these I've smoked, and definitely we'll keep this in the rotation.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Gorilla, what do you think on your initial... Mind you, your palate's shot because of the crap, but nonetheless.
Yeah, compared to the drink, anything would be smokable at this point. But no,
noted. One cat turd for you next week.
Like my dad said, it's a lot like Rocky was the first cigar line I gravitated to, and he's batting, 999 as far as I'm concerned. Oscar is the same way. I have yet to find anything in Oscar's line that I haven't liked to some degree, and this same. It's just anything in that 2012 line is fantastic, and this just adds to it.
Yeah, this would be a great after dinner cigar.
Yeah.
After a meal. It's going really good now that we have a nice Scotch. It's going really good with that. I think it would be a good darker beer cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Heavier beer. But no, I was surprised that when they made the announcement that this was going to come out as a Sumatra. I wasn't sure where they were going,
Right.
with the next one in that line, but I'm glad that it was this. This is really, really nice.
Now, speaking of beer,
Uh-oh.
update.
Hang up. Before the update, I did want to add one more thing about this.
Okay,
the
please
2012.
do. Please do.
We said this with Apostate's line. The 2012 line is another one that the graphic design part of me goes, and those look really nice all together on the shelf. I like that they stuck with the band design and just changed the color for each line.
Yeah, change the color of the box. They did it. Oscar does a really good job.
And that's not
marketing.
a dig on other cigar, because there are other cigar lines where each cigar is its own unique, each line is its own unique thing, and then when you put all that company stuff together, I like it being kind of uniform, that this is the 2012 line and they all sit together on the shelf, or this is Apostate and they all sit together and they spell out Apostate when they're done. I like that. So just another addition and again, Oscar does that with all of his lines. They pop out at you.
Okay. I love Oscar Valladares. I love his cigars, but there is one.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not bad. It will just subject a newbie cigar smoker to some embarrassment. Uh-oh. Do you know which cigar I'm speaking of? The Leaf.
Yes.
Christ.
But the Leaf remember, the Leaf is Leaf by Oscar. It's actually Island Jim's line.
Oh, okay.
But you're absolutely right. A newbie is hilarious to watch with that one. And if you all don't know what
Or
we're
even
talking
if you don't
about,
know better.
find one.
I have absolutely had friends of mine go, hey, so this cigar you recommended, I have a question.
But at least they asked the question.
Yeah, because if you light that son of a bitch without taking the wrapper off, it looks like a forest fire.
I did that.
I'm aware.
I did that shit.
That's why I brought it up.
In the middle of the cigar shop with people there.
Didn't Bob, I think, smoke one and smoke through the band?
Yes.
Because it's just tobacco paper.
The band is tobacco paper, and you can smoke
Yeah.
through it, and it does give you a really interesting flavor. For
Honestly, I've done that 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't bother me. I mean, it's.
I've burned the label paper just in an ashtray because it smolders. It doesn't open burn, and it smells really nice.
So,
Yeah, it does.
as long as we're talking about cigar faux pas, we're leaving to drive to Southern California on one of our trips, and we're leaving at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's dark as hell, and I've got everything in the truck, including Miss Daisy. I'm walking from the house to the truck, and I'm going to light my first cigar that I'm going to start the drive with, and it is a AJ Fernandez product with the cedar sleeve. And I did not remove the cedar sleeve because it was dark and I couldn't tell there was a cedar sleeve on there. And I'm smoking this thing, and I'm literally on the road out from my house, maybe 1,000 yards, 2,000 yards out, and I'm like, something ain't right. And I click on the cab light in the truck, and I'm like, holy Christ. Now you got to figure out how to get this off of there.
While it's on fire?
Well, yeah, because you have a contained forest fire, And then she's like, what's going on? Why's the light on? Hold on. I'm just going to pull over. So I pulled over, got out of the truck, pulled the sleeve off, stomped that out, touched up the cigar a little bit, and continued on my way. So there we go.
So since we're on that subject, I'll share mine. And it was after a podcast recording one night when Sarah used to live downtown by Case Area 3 Studios.
Yeah.
So I'm driving her home after the show one night, and I'm smoking the remainder of my cigar from the episode. Well, I'm having trouble keeping it lit. So I get out my torch, I touch it up while it's in my face, and I'm getting a 4-inch fucking tall flame. I get the cigar lit again. I'm like, okay, cool. Continue on, drive down the road, get off at whatever street we got off on, get to her her apartment, and I touch it up a second time again with that 4-inch flame coming off off the cigar itself, not the lighter. When she opens the door to get out and the cab light comes on, I'm smoking through the band.
Mm.
That was a part of the problem. So,
I think we've all done that.
everybody's done it. But yeah, it's just funny when you do stuff like that, especially as a seasoned smoker.
Hey, something I wanted to bring up, and I'll have to look and see which one it actually is. Adventura. Have you guys seen the Adventura cigar that has the pressed aluminum label?
No.
I saved the label, and I'll have to look. It's a, I think it's Habano cigar from them. Very good cigar. Over the weekend, I ended up smoking just by happenstance because I happened to pull them out of the grab bag from PCA. 3 Adventuras in a row.
Oh.
Different ones. And, God, those are good sticks.
Was it the grab bag from PCA or the grab bag from Rocky
It
Mountain?
was probably the grab bag from Rocky Mountain.
I'm thinking, yeah.
If they have any this year, I'll pick some up.
But, yeah, the band was just super cool. Because, I had it on there probably through half the cigar, and it's getting close. I'm getting ready to peel. I'm like, whoa, what is this? And, yeah, it's an aluminum, pressed aluminum band. Super freaking cool.
Nice.
So, another neat thing from those guys. So
That's awesome.
All right, so can we move on to beer update, Gorilla?
Beer update.
There's beer in bottles. It's doing stuff. No, upon further checking of the recipe, it is not 2 full weeks in the bottles. It is 7 to 10 days. So technically, this evening will be the 10th evening since bottling.
So it can go into the refrigerated apparatus at this point?
I believe the plan is it'll go. A selection of bottles will go in the refrigerator this evening. Yes, we did get the fancy color changing white to blue caps so that we know when the beer is cold. Because why wouldn't you?
Because they were the same price.
And I don't know when my mom plans to crack one open, but it'll probably be sometime this weekend. So,
And if it's not shit, then we'll pass it around.
the only thing I could think that would be like a drastic failure is if it didn't carbonate. If somehow the yeast colony wasn't healthy enough when it went into the bottle to eat the priming sugar and create CO2. That would be the only critical failure at this point. But
Yeah, that's about the only thing that could go wrong.
you won't know that until you crack one of the lids and it either goes or it doesn't. So
Okay.
So we're getting close, folks. Getting close.
I feel like we should be there for the inaugural beer tasting.
no.
Yeah. Wow. Gorilla shot that down there.
Wow.
I'll run that by El Jefe and see El Jefa, whatever.
La Jefa.
La Jefa.
See.
I wouldn't roll with that. That sounds nope.
No, too much like heifer.
There we go.
See, I knew I could make somebody else say it. I'll run it by and see what they say.
All right.
I will get back to you with the decision.
Sounds good.
So I went to Idaho again, and I came back with some nice cigars. This is one of them. There's a future episode where we've got the new Domaine Rouge Red Circle from Cavalier. You and I smoked one of the rare leaves by Arganosa the other day, and it was good. However, as most of you know, our resident favorite fan, Tommy, is not well. He's going through chemotherapy and radiation that, as of this recording date, this is the last week of that disaster, so he'll be getting better on the mend.
Amen.
Good news.
But on Saturday, I spent a few hours at the vault, and he left early because he wasn't feeling well. So I went over to one of our listeners' house, Will Brown, and spent the day with him. Now, this is where Larry's going to want to see these pictures, so you're going to want to make them big. Will has created his oasis inside of his shop in the back, beautifully paneled and everything like that. But his drinks cabinet is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. And I knew you two would appreciate this. So
where's the picture?
I'm going to load up the pictures here. And for you looking at home, the pictures have been already sent to Gorilla and will be showing up as we speak.
There will be a $2 surcharge to see the photos on the YouTube video. You can send that money directly to me.
Make sure
Monetized by the Gorilla.
Make sure you include your Venmo account.
Yes.
Here we go.
So it's Larry, you're going to know more about what era it is. I think this is probably a 40s or 50s style radio.
Early 50s.
Yep.
Box radio. Looks to be a... what is that? Yeah, it could be a Westing. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I
brand,
can't tell.
But super nice. The wood's been restored on that. And
Yeah.
now, so does that open up, or does it just slide forward and the stuff's in the back?
There are more pictures I have set up there for you.
Right.
There are 4 pictures in total.
Ass clown. That's not it.
Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I know. So let me go back.
Oh.
Here we go. All right. So what the hell was I looking at?
These are the 3 you want to look at now.
Okay, so I saw that one. So this one here. Ah, I see. Said the
Okay,
blind
yeah,
man.
the screen comes off the front.
Yeah, the front folds down, and you've got a nice little desk there with his drinks in there.
Oh, the top comes off.
Oh, the top comes off.
And then the only thing we wish he had is we did the nice cigar photo for you at the last one there.
Okay, so let's take a look. See.
The only thing he wishes is it would have been big enough to put a humidor in as well, but it was a cool, really cool drinks cabinet. And one of the last things he's working on is he wants to get either have a needle made or find a needle that he can get so it lights up for the dial.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it was just
that's pretty
really
impressive.
super cool.
You should be able to do that. Do they still have Radio Shacks?
No, they're all gone.
Oh man. You should be able to do that with a really small LED light, like automotive LED for a dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool. That's a really cool piece. Now, did he restore that himself?
He and a friend did the work on it. They were actually trying to make it work, but the way I understand it was the internal workings of it was too hard to find spares for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tube system was a little bit out of date.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, good luck finding tubes.
So they did. It ended up being a full restore on the box, and they turned it into that drinks cabinet, and it's
that thing's beautiful.
it's a gorgeous
Pretty nice,
piece.
Pretty nice.
And I'm sorry, what's this gentleman's name?
That's Will.
Will.
And,
Will Brown.
by the way, I have been told, and I quote, "When the fuck is my spirit animal going to show up to the lounge up there?" That was by Will.
Spirit
He's
animal.
waiting for you to come up.
Christ. Yeah.
Oh, so
right.
I'm not a spirit animal? Well, fuck. Well,
No, because you've met Will. Will and Larry are very similar. They both got the beard. They both have the crotchety attitude. They both have the same thoughts, feelings, emotions. They'll be best friends real quick.
Creepy. All right.
Particularly when the drinking starts.
All right. Let the games begin. To answer the question, Will, I will get up there as soon as humanly possible. The drive from here to Idaho is not one of Miss Daisy's favorite trips, so we will probably be procuring airline tickets if we do that again. So I will make sure that the folks at the vault and surrounding areas are well aware when this sideshow goes on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So
when's the next time you're going out there?
Probably October at this point because Tommy's coming out here for Dad's memorial in September, so probably October.
There we go.
I'll join you for that one.
Okay.
All right.
But
We'll pile in your little VW mobile and
the 3 of us and the 5, you and me, yeah, maybe, but not all 4 of us.
Yeah,
But,
he already said he's flying.
That's
Well,
fine.
if I'm not taking Miss Daisy, I can come with you guys.
Well,
then
yeah.
we'll take the truck or the expedition because it's bigger.
Okay.
There we go.
But no, that's entirely feasible. Everything it's a blast, and I spend a lot of time up there to hang out with Tommy. But I've much like the shop here in Loomis. The friendships that I've built up there are really amazing. It's a testament to the cigar world and how this world works. You just got a whole bunch of cool people up there, and they're fun to hang out with.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they're free.
Scott, because you've already been there, you're not going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to be the one to do it.
Okay, talk to me.
Up there. We go blowing into the front of the vault, and the first thing out of my mouth is, "Where are the white women?"
Why did I not? Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling that's where it was going. Just because I fucking know you.
We've been friends for a minute. That's why.
Well, yeah.
You are preempting my stupidity, sir.
See, that's why you're entitled to burn-ins.
That was lovely.
Burn-ins.
That was lovely, by the way. Yeah, Scott showed up this morning at what was that, 9:30? Mm-hmm. And with a doggy bag of burn-ins for the fat kid here, and they were fabulous, by the way.
Yes, they were.
So,
because I got a doggy bag too.
as per usual, they were lovely.
Sorry I did not include crack in there. But I just did not
You
have
want to
the time.
explain that to the listeners?
Yeah. Would you mind? Would you mind?
Yeah.
No, you explain.
Would you like to
smartass.
explain that for the listeners?
You explain, Greg.
The DEA would like to know your location.
I'll give it to them. I have no problem being a snitch.
That's no problem. They can come to my door and say, hey, if you want to wait 6 hours for me to make it, I'll make it. They'll come walking out of my house going, God damn. Rubbing their, or unless they're asleep because they're full.
Can we cut to
All
those
right.
people?
So the listeners out there, okay, when Scott talks about crack, Scott makes from scratch Parker House rolls. It's a potato-based recipe. It is probably one of the best scratch-made roll I've ever had.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah, even when they come out poorly, they're amazing.
It's a very delicate process. I'm more of a barbecuer and a cook than a baker.
Well, baking is an exact science, and the rest is not.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
But I've learned my lesson. Basically, if I proof the yeast first instead of going through the recipe, if I have any doubt on the yeast, I throw it out. Now,
And then go visit your friendly greengrocer to get more.
the greengrocer would not give me my raw material during COVID because there was hardly any yeast.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, they were giving it out like hotcakes. I want more of that shit because, whoo,
You want the stuff from the... I got you. I
Yo.
got you, man.
you get me some of that. And since I have an abundance of time right now, I will make crack.
Will you make it for the memorial?
You asking?
I'm not going to say no if you want to work on that.
That's not the answer to my question. Are you asking?
Would you mind?
Hell no. See or no?
Make some crack, man, please.
See how easy that was? I shall make some crack. I will do like another 8-hour cook on those burn ends. Now, normally the burn ends take about, what is it? 3, 4, about 5 hours. But because I made them a little bigger, I couldn't get the temperature up. So you had to sit for a while.
They were delicious, so I got no complaints.
Super fabulous.
Oh,
You got to
thank
understand
you.
when it's 4 fat guys that host this show.
No. Don't roll me into that. I am not fat.
Bitch, please.
I've lost 10 pounds.
That's not enough. You're still chunky.
Yeah.
From where? Hey, hand me the lighter. Lost 10 pounds. What'd you do? Clip your toenails?
Was that nice? Was that polite?
Who are you talking to?
We're not nice people. You should know that by now.
Hey, man, my goal is to get down to 250 by the end of the year.
I hope you get there.
Telling you, you could do it too.
You're right, I could, but that means stopping eating, and I'm not all about that.
No, it's not. Nope.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's about to drop some knowledge on us,
No,
Mr. Robinson.
I'm not dropping any knowledge. You either do or you don't. The little program that I'm using, all you're doing is just mindful eating. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. It just gets you thinking.
I think we lost the gorilla. Fucking gorilla tapped out over there. He's like, nope, I'm good.
See, that's youth right there.
Yeah.
When you get to
the gorilla's ordering Burger King on DoorDash right now. He's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, I can't order Taco Bell because even when you silence the phone, it still does the fucking bong at the end of your order. So it announces
Are you serious?
Announces to everyone in a 20-meter radius that you're a fatty who ordered.
Fatty boombalatti?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, are you serious when you finish ordering?
It does the Taco Bell bong. This guy right here, he's the one.
This fat motherfucker just ordered food. Bonk.
Those pieces of shit.
That's awful.
No, okay, here we go. I don't have a cigar faux pas, but I'll tell you this. Typically, that's what I will do for dinner on Tuesday evenings after the scout meeting. So as the meeting's wrapping up one night, bong! Are there any closing announcements? Bong! And everyone just looks at me like, that wasn't me.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Again.
What's your order of choice?
Oh, Christ.
Don't make me do this, man.
Hold
That's
on,
fucked
stop,
up. No,
stop.
you made it fucked up, Greg.
Because I can tell you what my order of choice is.
Mexican pizza, no tomatoes.
No.
Heavy on the sour cream.
No.
God.
By the way, Larry, I'm just noticing the trash can off camera. What animal did you homicide in today?
Oh no, that would be thing 2. Was refinishing a stand-up mirror for his missus and her thrift adventure.
Who's?
My daughter-in-law
Oh, okay.
has a side hustle called Trailer Park Thrift.
Oh, that's right.
Which, holy shit, I might need to get into thrifting because she
She
sounds like she's having a great time.
Well, and
Both,
she
both
knows
financially and
she knows vintage clothing and stuff like that very well. I mean, she's got it dialed in, and she does very well with it. She manages 2 little kids and puts up with my middle son, who is goofier than a 3-peckered billy goat. He's a good guy, great dad, but he marches a beat of a different drum that nobody else can hear. Love you, son.
Damn you, Daddy.
Yeah, but no, we can take a look at it. I think it's still laying in the back over there. He hasn't put it all back together yet. But yeah, she did her first sale, pop-up sale at a place last month, and they're going to do them once a month. So the next one's coming up this Friday up in Auburn. They do it the same night as Cruise Night up there in Auburn, so they get a lot of traffic. And yeah, she's really enjoying it, really having a good time. And
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
so yeah, it's awesome. So
for those wondering, the mirror was painted automotive metallic fleck red, which was a joy to watch Chris try to paint.
yeah.
It came out really good, but it's like automotive paint on a wooden mirror frame. That's gonna be a fun experiment.
It didn't turn out too
It
bad.
turned out really good.
All right, Gorilla, you cannot escape Greg's question.
Typically I'll get a crunch wrap and the taco plus, so the one with sour cream and cheese and all
Right.
that on it. Yeah.
It's very
Nothing
similar to
crazy.
mine. Mine is usually a crunch wrap and then 3 soft tacos.
Here's the trick with Taco Bell.
Put a cork in your ass so you can make it home.
So here's the thing. 2
He's
things.
sitting on the shitter as you're eating it.
I have never had a stomach problem with Taco Bell.
Neither have I.
Because you go to the Taco Bells that are actually making the food right. The one in Loomis, I've never had a problem with. The one in Auburn, never had a problem with. Others, they're
One in
fucking-
Citrus Heights, you can't
Yeah,
get
no.
from Citrus Heights to Auburn.
I mean,
You
Just
can't
saying.
get the Citrus Heights to Roseville.
I will say this. Of all the fast food places, Taco Bell is the most reliable because they have 5 fucking ingredients that they just wrap up in 15 different ways.
True.
Like, you can't, I mean, you can either really fuck it up or do it really well. The trick is find the place that's doing it really well.
Yeah.
And if you're still shitting, that means you don't have enough fiber. in your diet already.
All right.
Eat more beans.
So,
Eat the wrapper.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you going to tell us your Chick-fil-A story?
Fuck Chick-fil-A.
No, I'm not going to tell you about the Chick-fil-A story.
Chick-fil-A chicken is mediocre. They're tricking you.
Wow. I told you, you've seen the meme going around, right?
Which one?
The guy that wants to do the food truck and
Oh, yeah.
doing
Call
chicken
it side
sandwiches,
chicks?
park it in the Chick-fil-A parking lot on Sundays and call it side chicks. That man's a genius.
Yeah, he is. He hasn't trademarked that yet, has
Yeah,
he?
no, we should grab that.
Yeah, we should. Now, if we're going to talk tacos, if you guys want to come down to L.A. with me one day, I will take you on Manchester. Used to be on Martin Luther King, but that one, is the original one. This cat by the name of Bill Silva, back in the 1950s, opened up Bill's Taco House. That is the most magnificent, mother-loving taco you will ever eat. Let me just, quarterback this for you. You take basically a small hamburger patty. You put it on the grill, on the flat top. You cook it. You put cheese on top of it. You chop it in half. Then you fry your corn tortilla. Put that inside the tortilla, lettuce, tomato, and then Bill's chili gravy sauce.
So you got a chili burger taco.
Yeah, and it's the most magnificent thing ever. I would swear that on Jesus' days off, he rolls over to Bill's Taco to go have some tacos and a strawberry soda. And I shit you not. I am not being funny.
When are we leaving?
This shit is magnificent. I'll go over there and not anymore. Well, I did this back in May. I will order 10 freaking tacos. And then on my way out while I'm eating, I tell them, make me 30 of them and wrap them up. And then I'm a taco mule for my mother. Give her 3/4 of them, and then I take the rest of them and eat those while I'm there.
There you go.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay. All right. On a scale for that Southern California people will understand.
Okay.
Comparably, quality-wise, better or worse than Tommy's Burgers?
See, that's kind of an unfair comparison because the thing is,
Because it's different food.
it's different food, and and Tommy's is magnificent.
Yeah.
You get one of those chili cheeseburgers.
These things are, I don't know, I haven't been down there in a long time. I haven't been to Tommy's in years. But these things were the size of a plate, man.
Not so much anymore, but they're pretty sized. They're still pretty sizable.
You see people standing in line.
Mm-hmm.
It was the original one downtown was in an old like A&W root beer barrel.
Yep.
And they're standing in line at lunchtime to get those.
Mm-hmm.
That and the same thing when I was a kid. Anthony, what's the taco place up here? The franchise?
Taco Tree?
No. I can't even think of it now.
Not Chando's.
Jim Boys?
No, God Christ. No.
Adalberto's?
I'm out. Now I'm screwing up the story because I can't remember the
Auburn
place.
has 4,000 Mexican places.
Now,
It's
there's
your
not
fault.
one in Auburn, actually. The one I'm thinking about is in Roseville, across the street from Sam's Club over there.
That's Chando's.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know where Chando's is. It's in the next building over.
Oh, wait a minute.
They
Hold on.
started in, like, Imperial Beach and Rubio's Fish Tacos.
Oh, yeah.
So before that franchised, the kids franchised it. Mom and Dad had that thing. It was 2 blocks from the ocean in Imperial Beach, which is you can throw a softball from there to the border, Mexican border, and you couldn't get to the front of this building any day of the week because there were just people standing in line to order those fish tacos. They were the best.
Man.
They were the best tacos I'd ever had down there, and it was funny moving up here from San Diego. I talked to people I was working with my first job. Hey, I want some really authentic Mexican food. Because in San Diego, Southern California, you can't swing a cat by the tail and not hit a not hit a Mexican food place. They sent me to Jim Boys. So there used to be one over on Riverside across the freeway, and there was no drive-through. So I get out of my truck, I walk in, I order some tacos. I'm walking out back out to my truck, and these things are so greasy that they fell through the bag before I got to my truck.
Oh.
So, but like I said, I come from SoCal, man. Where you
Right.
got Roberto's, Adalberto's, LT Juanitos, LT Roberto's, all kinds,
Oh, yeah.
And they're open most of them are open 24 hours.
Oh,
so you come rolling into Roberto's on Hill Street in Oceanside at 3:45 in the morning, and everybody there is ordering like, "Hey man, can I get 25 roll tacos?" Because everybody's hungover or hammered.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every place in Southern California. L.A., when I lived out in Oxnard, or when I went to visit ever so often, off Oxnard Boulevard on 5th Street, there was a frickin' taco burrito truck, and they were there all frickin' night. After partying and doing whatever, you show up there, and you just basically tell them what you want in the burrito. Yeah, I want some carne asada, whatever, chicken, avocado, and they just pile it in. Hot sauce, green sauce, cheese. Oh, man. You have this burrito.
Small alligator.
Yeah. That would cover. It's like a baby alligator or teenage alligator, if you will.
There we go.
And you are eating that motherfucker. Oh, that's some good eating, man.
Good old days.
So,
Memories.
memories.
You did that. Not me. It wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
So, can I give some good news as we're getting sued now by the BBC?
I doubt it, but run
Yeah.
up the flagpole. Let's see.
So, obviously, this recording comes out on the 20th of August, and today is the 10th. Yesterday, the U.S. District Court, run by Judge Mehta, fully vacated the deeming regulations for premium cigars. We won.
Well, all right.
Piss off, FDA. I will provide the link to this article to the Gorilla if you guys so wish to read it. You can. You could also visit LumiScigarCartel.com and Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff to look at it. I mean, that's one of the really good news because now, they're going to be able to pretty much run their programs and the FDA can piss off.
Right on. That is good news.
Absolutely.
So, we're at least halfway, if not over a third of the way, or 2/3 of the way through. Thoughts on the 2012 Sumatra?
It's magnificent.
I know,
It's
isn't
a
it?
2012. I mean,
Yeah.
what else is there to say?
Smoothed out a little bit. You're not getting quite the peppery bite on the exhale that you were right at the initial, I'd say first quarter of the cigar. But just a really super rich flavor to this. This is really nice.
Yeah. And I know it's not your go-to, but this one reminds me a lot because we've got more Habano and more Nicaraguan in it. It doesn't have the extreme pepper bite you would get if you were, say, getting more of a Dominican filler or binder, like you would get in an LFD or something of that nature. So it's really, really pleasant. And if your local brick and mortar doesn't carry Oscar, consider shopping somewhere else.
Ouch.
Damn, man. Just find another brick and mortar that has it or see if you can get it online.
Shots
Calm
fired.
down. Shit.
Shots fired.
You just snatching food from fools' mouths.
I can
aren't you?
recommend two shops. One of them is the Vault in Meridian, Idaho. The other is Tobacco Republic in Loomis. Both carry the line.
Yeah, somebody in Kentucky is just saying thanks a fucking lot.
All you back east, there are very good stores that carry it. Another one comes to mind in Pittsburgh. We all giggle when we say this, but our good friend Sam at Just the Tip.
And Wilbur's Gas and Suds in Bellevue, Kentucky has a half a box under the counter. What? You don't know he don't.
He probably does.
I truly do not.
Gorilla, what are you
If
thinking
you-
over there?
Hold on. If Zeke's out there, let us know.
Yeah.
Our email is info at LumisCigarCartel.com.
What are your thoughts, Gorilla?
It's fantastic. My dad kind of covered a bunch of the things I was gonna say. It did smooth out. but it's flavorful without being too much.
Well, and it wasn't rough in the beginning.
No.
So yeah,
It was just that
It's just
peppery
that
ending.
pepper.
It's
that
a little
pepper
peppery.
went away.
But it's nice, and it just softened up just a little bit. And like I said earlier, after a meal, this would be fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
After steak and potatoes. What? I ate the burn-ins 11 minutes after you. You weren't even out of my parking lot. I had that shit out of the bag. Don't eye fuck me like I'm clowning you.
That's not why I was looking at you nuts. Fabulous?
Yeah, it's fabulous. I'm comfortable in my mouth.
I see another fabulous counter coming, Anthony.
I've got I'm wearing men's underwear, goddammit. I'm all right today. Yeah. That paints a picture you can't get out of your fucking head now, doesn't it?
Thanks.
Hey, you started it, man. You started it. Look at the gorilla. Gorilla over there writing notes.
Dude.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Oh, I mean, I
it
appreciate it.
Here it comes.
And no, there's no insult or anything like that coming. It was just 11 minutes, brother.
No,
I mean, it was like 10 o'clock.
You weren't even out of the parking lot. You walked out. I'm like, all right, peace. I got some work to do. I picked up the bag. I walked over to the table right over there. I take the thing out of the bag. Chris takes out one headphone. And he's like, what do you got there? I'm like, you can fuck straight off. I got burn-ins and beans from Scott. He thought I was looking a little peaked.
You didn't even warm them up?
No.
Holy shit.
No, dude, don't start with me.
That's pretty hardcore, man.
No, stop.
No,
You
no,
guys got.
I'm not talking shit.
Hold on.
No, this is not me talking shit right now. I'm just like, they are so delicious when they're warm,
No, I
but you
understand
enjoyed them.
No, they're great. So I get this from Sherry all the time. She will make something like she does a salmon in the air fryer.
Okay. Oh, really?
Oh God, it's amazing.
Oh, talk to me.
Oh, she's got a rub she puts on it. I'll get you some of the rub.
Oh, yes, please.
She gets
Somewhere my mom's head just snapped up. You're going to do what with my rub now?
yeah.
But it's me.
Yeah.
She'll do it for me.
Yeah, she sort of likes Scott. We get the flash frozen salmon from Sam's.
Yeah, we get it from
The same thing at Costco. I think it's the same brand.
Exactly.
And then we do those. She does those in the air fryer with a rub.
Wow.
So she asked me the other day. The last time she made them, she did some asparagus and something else, and she goes, "How'd that reheat?" I just fucking looked at her. I mean, we're 31 years in, right? And I'm like, really? Because half my working life, I've done jobs where you don't have a fucking microwave to reheat shit.
Understood.
So, or there were 28 guys on my shift and we had 2 microwaves and we had a 30-minute lunch.
Right.
And fuck it, I'll just eat it. So, yeah, I mean, I rarely reheat stuff.
Okay.
I got there's 3-4 of us at work here. I got a microwave right over there. Very rarely do I reheat something.
No, I get it. Now,
Soup, chili, I'll reheat.
okay.
Okay.
I thought you said you were going to eat that cold. I was like, really? Well, I get it.
Hold on. Now, her brisket chili with a big chunks of tri-tip or brisket in it.
Oh, yeah.
I can eat that cold. You bring me 3 Hawaiian rolls and some cold tri-tip chili, I don't give a shit. Look at me. Do I look like I'm a picky eater?
Brisket
I am 295 pounds.
Brisket chili is magnificent. I'll cook a brisket. I'll have some point left over. I will chop that son of a bitch up and throw it in chili. And
Nah, man, you do your whole chili.
Mm-hmm.
Take your tri-tip and thin slice that like you're making sandwich.
Okay.
And just keep it separate until you're ready to eat it. And then you got your chili hot.
Okay.
You just pull that tri-tip out, throw some of that in the bottom of the bowl, throw that nice hot piping hot chili in there. It heats that thin tri-tip up. Won't overcook it, because if you cut it real thin, if it's already cooked, then and you put it in there with the chili, it's gonna get overcooked. It's gonna get tough.
So you're warm. You're basically warm.
Yeah, you're warming with the chili.
Oh,
man, it's dude,
now see the
Mr.
part
Robinson.
I was hold that thought for 1 second. The reason why I was kind of laughing at that wasn't because of you. It's more because of me. Because after this program, I'm going to make a phone call to my wife and tell her, hey, honey, those leftover brisket, leftover burn-ins, Do me a favor, take them out, take a piece of foil, throw a few of them on that foil, wrap it up, turn the oven to 350, and by the time I get there, it'll be all warm. Throw it in there for about 15 minutes or so, and have warm burnt ends. It's like, eating them cold? Well, why would I do that? But I see your point. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a microwave, available or nothing, and hell yeah. Brother.
It don't matter, man. I'll eat pasta cold. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to invent. Let's see, what else can I do with the rest of those burn-in? Salad, burn-in chili. Ooh, burn-in chili.
Burn-in chili.
Hey, no. Chop those suckers up.
Yeah.
And do burn-in tacos.
Oh.
But with a little bit of coleslaw.
See, I'm not into that.
Scott's not a coleslaw fan.
My father and I got into that. He's like, yeah, man, you get some of that Kentucky Fried Chicken in their coleslaw because it's the best coleslaw, and you make a sandwich out of that. I said, man, I ain't into that. I was like, you
well, what
go
about
at it. Have at it.
Then do some purple cabbage on it.
Yeah, but it's cabbage. I'm happy with
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm happy with good old fashioned.
You brought vegetables into this.
No,
he's not Pat Walsh, for Christ's sake.
No, I'm eating a fuck ton of vegetables now. I'm doing salads. With my burn-ins last night, I actually made a salad with it.
I don't know if Pat Walsh listens to every episode. Pat Walsh, the local radio guy here in Sacramento, very, very, very popular, has a very large following here in this area, is a wonderful human being. I love Pat to death. Pat will not eat anything green, and he'll tell you that. He will not eat anything green.
Except
he ate this man's greens, which I've eaten all over this country. I will eat damn near anything. There's a few things that are on a list to the side. I'm not eating mountain oysters. There's certain shit that I won't. You're not going to surprise me. I got to look at. I got to be able to identify it, or I'm not eating it. But Pat will not eat anything green, and he ate Scott's greens. And
St. Patrick's Day must be a bitch for him then.
Yeah, and he's Irish. But no, like I said, I've eaten all over the South, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana. Scott, this man right here can cook. He makes some fantastic soul food. And if you haven't tried anything like you think, I don't know if you live in an area where that's not popular. Bullshit. There's a new soul food restaurant comes to town, or a new Cajun restaurant comes to town. You got to try it out, man, because that's some good food. I don't give a shit who you are. That's good stuff.
I put it this way, though. You got to be careful, though, because some people's idea of Cajun food, it comes out some fucked up rendition. I'll put it like this. If you go to New Orleans.
Okay, New Orleans is New Orleans.
Right, but if you've never been into Cajun food, you need to go down there and, oh, man, po' boys.
No. See, I'm going to tell you a secret.
Okay, talk to me.
You're in Seattle, Washington,
all right,
and you walk into a Cajun restaurant. If you can understand the English they're speaking,
patois,
it ain't going to be good Cajun.
That's right.
You need an old black woman named Mama Labatterie LeBeau who's speaking the Holy Rosary in Cajun French.
Yeah. Now, if you understand every word that the person you're ordering with says to you, I mean, there's a possibility it's going to be okay Cajun, but not probability. That if you have to ask them 4 times what they said, you're going to be getting some good food.
It's either a little tiny black woman or a real big bone black lady. The food's going to be good.
Yeah, she's my height and our weight. Food's going to be fine.
Oh, yeah. She'd kill it. And then when she tells you save room for dessert, because she say, you want some sakatumi cake?
Well, it goes the same way. It's the same way with barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
So a black guy that is sweating at 45 degrees, his barbecue is going to be fine.
Yes.
Nothing racial about that. That's just a fact. Or a white guy with a mustache that looks like somebody glued a muskrat to his face, barbecue will be all right. I'm just saying.
Well, what you just described was exactly that cat that barbecued for us at that shrimp and steak feast.
Oh, my God. It's snow. There's snow on the ground outside at this event. And if you go back like 10, 12 episodes, you will talk about this. Scott's still pissed off because he didn't get to go.
You goddamn right I'm pissed off.
I mean, there's snow on the ground in the parking lot. This guy,
Shorts and flip flops.
no flip flops, but he was in shorts and a t-shirt with the sleeves cut off. And this man is wiping himself down with a towel because he is sweating like a horse. And some of the best barbecue I've ever had.
Yes, sir, it was.
And it was amazing.
Oh, we can talk barbecue all night long, and you know my aversion to using mustard as a binder, but cats use it. And some of the barbecue comes out pretty good, but I just got this problem using mustard as a binder.
Well, the nice thing about barbecue, man, is there are so many different genres.
Oh yeah.
You know, that I've eaten lots of barbecue, and I don't mind a mustard binder depending on how they finish it.
Right.
Some of the best mustard-based barbecue I've ever had has been on chicken, and people are like, well, "That's weird."
Nah, I mean it's just
Mustard and chicken don't go together.
Yes, it does.
Shit.
Honey mustard and chicken.
People
No,
tell
not
you,
even
yeah.
honey mustard.
Just
You get a
basic
good,
yellow,
dry yellow mustard.
just French's,
Not,
man. That's
not,
what most
not
cats
even.
use.
I'm not talking a Dijon. I'm not
No.
none of that bullshit.
French's yellow
Just
mustard.
a yellow mustard.
Mm-hmm.
You get some guy that does half chickens with a mustard-based barbecue sauce, off the hook.
Now,
Off the hook.
The one barbecue I don't care for much, and it's just because it's a vinegar-based sauce, is Carolina barbecue. North Carolina, they're into the vinegary barbecue sauce. I'm more Texas, Memphis, Kansas City. Those, I mean, Texas is hot and spicy.
Now, a vinegar sauce, the problem is, man, barbecue's gotten so trendy that it's like anything else. People are trying to get to the next level.
Right.
And just calm down on the vinegar.
You don't have to.
You don't have to get crazy. Let the meat... the meat is the most important thing, not the sauce.
Right.
You know, regardless of what it is. I've had some great vinegar-based sauces. I've had some that you're like, Jesus, what did you do to this?
Yeah.
If I can't taste the meat, your sauce sucks. I don't give a shit how good it is.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready. It's coming up fast, too, is if you are in Northern California, Southern Oregon, Northern Nevada, every year...
If you're west of the Rocky Mountains, fucking go.
Oh, yeah.
Every year, last weekend of August is the Rib Fest in
Yes.
Reno. It is a national rib competition, rib cook-off competition, and the best in the West is what it's called, barbecue competition.
Yes.
It's been going on for years and years.
This will be my first one.
In Sparks, Nevada. It's at the John Esquaga's Nugget.
Okay.
In Sparks.
I'm going to say this.
Talk to me.
Next year, find someone else to watch your dog. I'm going with you guys.
That's fine. We can find a sitter.
Shit, we can stuff the dog in a pillowcase and come this
I
year.
said that.
My favorite part about this year's Rib Fest, and
Hey.
I believe
There's a
Oh,
dog.
hold on,
There's
hold
a
on.
dog sitter
I'm not
over there.
sitting the fucking dog. I knew the moment you fucking said that, I'm like, he's gonna pawn this fucking dog off on me. Not a chance in hell.
Dude, I want you guys to think about something.
I'm thinking. Go ahead.
The gorilla can barely manage himself. Let's not give him an animal to keep alive. Okay? We don't ask him to lock up chickens. We don't ask him to feed sheep. And I love this kid, like, but
Ain't my fucking sheep.
I understand.
I saw those sheep come out of the truck. I'm like, I'm not fucking with these things.
Whose sheep are they, gorilla?
Not mine. I don't know whose they are, honestly. They're not mine.
I'm almost 55 years old. I understand this child's limitations. Animals is not it. I would let him feed a fish.
So, Robinson,
Okay, talk. What is it?
Kind of a lighter again.
I'm going to have to get... You're going to have to do... I will give you my pair of wireless mics, and you'll have to use Larry's phone to do the stuff on... But you should do a couple live spots while you guys are out there.
Oh, 100%.
I don't even need. Well, I think I only need an adapter, and I can use my phone.
You need a USB-C to Apple adapter, and you can use your phone.
My phone is I can just use the adapter to USB-C. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Then I'll give you my wireless mics when I get back. Speaking of, If any of you, because of the date of this podcast release, if any of you listeners out there find yourself at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival for 2023, I will be with a tall, goofy white dude and a 6'5" largest Korean you have ever seen.
You
Both
can't
of
miss
us
him.
are
You
listeners
can't
to our
fucking miss him.
podcast. Would love it if you guys would say hi when you're out there. Let's talk. We'll do a live spot if you'd like to. We're going to be out there all day. Come say hi. We'll be wandering around. We do not have a booth, so please stop us and go, hey, dude, I listened to your show. Let's talk.
That would be Greg, Wes, who looks like Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911. And
He needs to wear the shorts and get a badge.
and
That would be
Roy,
awesome.
the world's largest Korean.
Yes.
And I
You know that the
looks like Odd Job.
yeah, but say it looks like Odd Job.
But
from
Odd
fucking
Job
James
is
Bond.
short, but yes.
No, dude.
Yeah, 6'5" Odd Job.
Dude, Roy.
That's my
and
boy.
Roy is the easiest going dude in the world.
I love that dude.
But he walks up, and it happened like 3 times last year at Rocky Mountain, where we'd either Scott and I or Greg and I or all 3 of us would be doing something, and all of a sudden here comes Roy. And if whoever we were talking to had never seen Roy, they just fucking stop, because Roy is a huge human being, and he's
Oh, yeah.
scary looking, man. I mean, he's just a giant
He's a
dude,
big dude.
and he's got that kind of. It might be serious. He might be want to kill you.
I'm not sure.
He's getting ready to laugh. You don't know. You can't read him right off the bat, and people are like, "What the fuck?" You know. You get that "what the fuck" look from people all the time, and Roy thinks it's funny as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes he'll just play into it like, "Are these people bothering you? Do we need to throw them out of here?" It's like, "Whoa, take it easy, Odd Job." But, you know,
That backtracking to food real quick. What the fuck is that beef that Roy makes?
Bulgogi.
Oh my,
bulgogi.
Bulgogi, yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
spiced Korean
He makes
beef.
he makes it in 2 ways. He makes it Korean style and white people style.
Yes. Now,
And
because
the white people
Hold on,
style is
let
kind
him
of
go, let
the
him
white
go.
people style is kind of like for some people like, oh damn, the
Korean-
Korean stuff will kill
Dude, I can-
Greg.
It's what I affectionately tell my wife when she talks about me getting salsa from the store. It's like, do you want medium or white girl flavored?
that's
Yeah,
the truth. Because
his Korean bulgogi, it's
Oh, man,
amazing.
fantastic.
But you can eat yourself sick with that because it's not what you typically eat
Yeah.
all the time. But it's so it's
Bulgogi over rice.
it's addicting.
I think
It
I'm
is
going to
so
ask him to
good.
bring that
So
to the
good.
memorial.
There
It
you
is
go.
so good that once you start, you're like, oh my God, I can't stop eating this. And you don't realize you have a problem until you're like, oh my God, my stomach hurts, because it is just super spicy. It's amazing though.
Also, as a rule of thumb, if you're at any Asian food restaurant and you ask the waiter how spicy a dish is, and they say it's a medium spicy, that means it's hot.
Yeah.
Don't order above the medium spicy.
That's right. Yeah, there's a Thai place in Rockland that I went to, and it's like, I want spicy because our favorite Chinese place, Rose Garden, when I tell them extra spicy, I think they're kind of tuned in to the population of Roseville. I'm kind of like, it's a little spicy, but it's not, like hot. I mean, I basically have to say, basically pour sulfuric acid on top of it or something. I want this spicy. But the Thai place in Rockland, no. Excuse me, Lincoln. Mm-hmm. The Thai place in Lincoln, oh man, I got like medium hot.
Is that Thai basil?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I can't remember the name of the joint, but I got medium hot one time. That was a torturous 2 days in the bathroom, let me tell you. I wanted to shove a pint of ice cream up my ass. It was all bad, man.
And on
Gorilla's
that note,
writing notes again. So
If we ever have merch,
if you
Wait, if we ever have merch, what?
That's a shirt.
There's
That's
going to
a
be
shirt.
a picture,
Up my
cartoon
ass.
picture of you holding an ice cream cone. That's what there's going to be.
so
And it's going to say, if you know, you know.
so you two remember Steve Adib. He was the
yeah.
brainchild behind one of our favorite lines, Cuba Rica, which had the Via Havana line,
Yep.
the Limitada, and the Spirit of Art.
Yep.
That being said, that man had a cast iron
Oh,
stomach.
that son of a bitch could eat anything.
You know, Larry, I think you've gone to dinner with us there once when we were going to Green Elephant after close
Yes.
TR. So this sweet little lady that runs this joint, the Green Elephant in Loomis, she comes up and she goes, "How hot would you like it? Scale of 1 to 10. I always do the same thing. A 1. Give me the bare minimum. It goes up to Rich, who hopefully you guys can record with when he's down here while I'm in Rocky Mountain. He would always order a 10 plus. We go in there one night with Steve Adib. And she goes, "How hot would you like it?" And Steve goes, 1 to 10, huh? She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I wanted a 30. And she goes, he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes,
sure?
"As hot as you can make it that." And when she set his plate down, the rest of us at the table were like, Jesus, our eyes started watering. It was like,
the steam from his plate hurt. Made it literally burns your eyes. I was sitting across from him, and she reached over me to set his plate down because they were against the window. I was like, holy Christ.
Yeah.
And he ate that shit talking.
Was he sweating?
No, Christ, no. He didn't even slow down. That son of a bitch can eat anything, man.
Yeah.
I was like, my God. Because I could do about a 3 at Green Elephant. It was about as high as I could go.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to
I'd be
me,
about 2 or 3.
and here's the thing on like Thai and Chinese and stuff. You get to a point where the spice ruins the taste of the food to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I can eat.
Taste the flavor.
Yeah,
I want it.
I want it as an accent, not as a. And it's like we used to go to sushi when I still lived down south, and I had a friend of mine from high school. He went in the Navy, and he would make them bring out like a water glass full of wasabi, and this guy would take a spoonful of wasabi on each piece of roll. And I'm like, Jesus, man, you're gonna burn a hole in your stomach. It didn't even faze him. I said, but why don't you just save yourself $30 and just eat the wasabi? Because that's all you're tasting anyway,
right?
You know what difference what roll it makes? You know, he'd go, "Oh yeah, I want this tuna and shrimp roll." Who gives a shit? You can't taste the tuna or the shrimp. You're eating 4 pounds of wasabi.
Oh man!
But every time, man, and it's like, whew, you know. So yeah, I'm not scared of spicy, but holy Christ, there's some people, their idea of
even Mexican. Oh, you mess around at the wrong Mexican restaurant and tell Mamacita you want hot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some Mamacitas out there that are no joke.
Yeah. You put the spoon in the menudo and it changes the molecular structure of the spoon. I don't think I'm eating that.
So, can I throw Blaine under the bus for a minute?
By all means.
So Blaine is a former tobacconist over at Tobacco Republic, and Roy one day brought in 2 forms of the bulgogi. He brought in the white girl version, and he brought in the cast iron stomach version. So
Standard Korean, yes.
Roy goes like this. He goes, "Greg, you need to try this. I want you to just try a piece." I'm like, "Okay." And Blaine goes, "Well, let me get one of those." And Roy goes, "You sure?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm sure." So I grab this fairly good-sized chunk of the Roy version, pop it in, chew it. Flavor is amazing. Swallow, sit down, light my cigar, and go about my business. Blaine does the same thing. Within 10 minutes, I'm sitting in my chair. My face is freaking the color of Bucky's outfit here. And for those of you just listening on the podcast, it's bright red.
Fire engine red.
And
yes.
I'm sweating. I'm bald, so I'm sweating profusely everywhere.
I've been there, brother.
And then you got the freaking wuss.
Blaine's dead.
Yeah.
Blaine's over there with a coffee cup full of half and half trying to put the fire out. I'm like, dude, just sit there and suffer. It's only going to be a few minutes.
Man up.
But it's some of the best freaking, literally.
He makes the best bulgogi I have ever
tasted.
had.
And you must be specific because you got bulgogi. And if you ask for K-gogi, that's a bit of a problem.
Okay, K-gogi, talk to me. What is that?
That's dog.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. No, I'm good.
So don't eat that.
No.
Don't ask for that.
No.
That's an important distinction right there.
Yeah,
But if
thanks.
any of you are interested in that recipe, I will get the big man to.
You think Kagogi would be cat, wouldn't you?
You would think,
You
but
would
it's not.
think, but, you
I'll
know.
get the big man to write it
Citizen
down
of the
and
world.
so we can get it out to our listeners.
Yeah.
What else we got, gentlemen?
I'm going to
Korean
backtrack to
just
Rib
enough.
Fest for a second.
Okay, talk to me.
Because my mom has the plan down. It's already been trial tested at other events, I believe.
I
She
will
has
follow
the-
your mom.
She has the thermal insulated roller bag.
Sue told me about
correct
that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dad, because I have not
Why
been to
do we
Rib
not
Fest.
have a recording? We have a blue light.
That is a great question. Why don't we have a recording?
Yeah, we have blue
Did we run
light,
out of
not
disk
red.
space?
I don't know, but that's not good.
Hang on.
I think this is the point where we place a hippo break.
Nope, we're out of disk space. 100% used.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Wow. Well, that's no good.
So what do we do?
We keep going,
going.
and we keep going, and shit happens, and we.
I don't
move
know
on.
when it disappeared too. Who's
Neither
to
do
say?
I. But anyway,
Well, I got an idea.
It was up to about halfway.
I have an idea. For all the stuff that we lose the recording, you got to find hippo footage. Hippo and beaver footage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
well, anyway. So anyway, you were talking about this plan.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Here's how Ribfest works. You can walk around. You can sample stuff. There's all sorts of vendors, all sorts of people barbecuing.
Yeah.
But you also get a full meal voucher that if you take to the
The way this thing works,
Yeah,
they just
clarify.
started this last year. They have a secure area where I think it's $55 a person. You get a meal ticket, good for any time during the weekend of the Rib Fest, from any one of the vendors. And from 11 to 2 on Friday, you can go in this. They got tents, they got, coolers.
Careful when you blow out. You're gonna, burn
Everything, all the beer and wine you can drink, all the ice cream you can eat, and then one meal ticket. So that's what we're doing.
Oh,
But I believe if the plan is for the insulated roller bag is if it's too hot, too busy, too whatever, stuff your meal in the insulated roller bag, go back to the air conditioned hotel room, feast,
Well, and
and
that's,
then go
that's
back.
the thing.
To
So we've been doing this for a long time. We've been going up to Rib Fest, and we used to take our trailer and stay at the Grand Sierra at GSR. And during COVID, because it was like $55 a night.
yeah.
During COVID, they raised the trailer spaces to basically equivalent to a hotel room. And if I'm going to pay that much, then I'm dragging my bag into a hotel and you can clean up after me. I'm not dealing with my trailer. So we were kind of bitching about that and deciding what we were going to do 3 years ago. And one of the ladies that my wife works with, she goes, no, we stay at this Best Western, I think it is. It's basically a mile, 3/4 of a mile from the event, and they have a free shuttle service that's on demand. So you come down from your hotel room, you go to the front desk, say, hey, we want to shuttle over to Rib Fest. Within 5 or 10 minutes, depending on where they are, the guy picks you up, drives you to Rib Fest, drops you off literally at the entrance. You walk in, cross the street, walk in. You're there 10 minutes, 10 hours, whatever. You pick up your phone, you call the hotel front desk, say, hey, we're ready to be picked up at Rib Fest. And you walk right back out to the front, the 7-Eleven right there at the corner. They pick you up, take you back. They don't care if it's twice a day, 10 times a day, whatever.
I like it.
So,
I'll
it's
also
a cool
add,
deal.
The insulated roller bag does come fully stocked and equipped with extra napkins, paper plates, plastic cutlery, and wet naps.
I have already done that with your mother when we went to Sacramento Crime Stoppers.
Oh, yeah.
And she had all the way down to the melted butter for the crab that we were eating.
Oh, no, this is the next
She don't
level.
fuck around.
She's upgraded since then.
Yeah, your mom's another level. I'm just like, I am not worthy.
We're also bringing, and in case I haven't mentioned this to you, bring your camp chairs.
Yes.
So that we can set up an area in the shade somewhere, preferably close to a bar.
Yes.
That, because it's on not Virginia Street. Maybe it is Virginia. I don't know.
Is it? No, it wouldn't be because
No, it's Victorian.
Victorian,
Yeah.
the one that runs behind John Esquagas.
right.
So, there's plenty of space out there. We can throw up some chairs. And
Right
the
on.
nice thing about an event like that is it's pretty regular group. Nobody messes with your shit,
I have a question.
Question away.
We are in a free state when we go to this event. Can you smoke cigars?
Yes.
That's fucking
Yeah,
fantastic.
you can't smoke in the hotel.
Yep.
Or in the casino area of John Esquagas. But typically there is a cigar vendor, a local shop or a local guy out of Reno.
Ruiz?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a wholesaler that is selling there. However, he was not there last year, but Ruiz Cigars is in their original locations in Sparks, and it's like 15 minutes away.
Oh, yeah. And then there's the one on Virginia Street, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Virginia.
Yeah. But no, I've smoked cigars. Typically, I'll do something smaller up there, like a cigarillo or something.
Yeah.
Just because if you're eating and you're drinking, it's kind of a pain in the ass to carry something and smoke for that long a time.
Yeah.
Usually if we eat, I want to have a quick smoke,
Right.
and I don't want to light this. And then, okay, now we got a new beer. Now we're going in somebody's little booth to look at their tchotchkes they're selling.
Right.
I'm not going to carry my cigar into your booth. I'm not that big an asshole. But also, I don't want to have to relight something 30 times.
Right.
So I'll do something smaller, even
can
a
dig
lunch break, or about the biggest I would do up there is the short story or
like the Christoph?
the Christoph.
Yeah, the short Christoph. Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
The Figurado. That's
Figurado.
it.
Yep.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the Rib Fest is a blast. If you're out here, like Gorilla said, west of the Rockies, and you've never done that, it's a really good time, and it's like a 3-4 day event. So look it up online. Also, if you're traveling up to that and you want to do something else besides the Rib Fest, Virginia City is just a short, about an hour drive up the hill. Super old, Gold Rush era town. They got some great old buildings, great
They got the
architecture.
ostrich races up there, if I remember
They
right.
do ostrich races, and then there's wild horses in that area. So there'll be a wild horse like walking down the street and shit. It's kind of
If you've
cool.
never been to Tahoe, it's worth doing the drive in
Yeah.
and around Tahoe because it's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
there's a ton of stuff to do up there. You can go all the way into it's a little farther drive, but you can go all the way into Carson City, which is the capital of Nevada. There's some really cool. There's a couple of great bars. There is a cigar bar in Carson City because Nevada you can smoke in bars.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the bar's choice.
Right.
So
If you're
I think we'll be making a trip over there.
if you're a gun person, there is the Capital City Gun Club, which has the Tom Forbes gun room. Do you remember when we?
yeah, that's like
you
one-
don't say.
Yeah, it's one of the largest gun collections in the state.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I mean, there's some cool stuff to do up there. If you're thinking about coming up to that area at all, just get on the internet, do a little research.
Yeah.
'Cause
No doubt.
Whatever you're into, there's something you'll find something you can get behind within an hour's drive of Reno for sure.
And let's not forget my favorite cigar lounge up there. Stop in and see Dion on Longsley Drive in Reno at Fumari.
Yep.
Yes.
He's got a beautiful walk-in humidor with a great selection, and you will find something you like, not to mention every Illusion ever made, including all the special limited shops only. He's got those there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, give me the lighter again, man.
All right.
I'm talking too much. We need to wind this thing up.
Well, one other thing I want to mention is I did a little trial balloon today before the recording, and we're going to have a side feature, if you will, as a companion to the Beyond the Humidor podcast. I will be doing a live 1 day a week. I haven't determined the week yet. I'll probably figure it out this week, and it'll start next week. So by the time you hear this podcast, the first episode will already be up and saved, of course. And it's going to be Beyond the Humidor After Dark. We can talk about previous episodes. I'm going to hype up some of the upcoming episodes and guests that we're going to have. and the occasional guest who pops in. I'm trying to figure out a mechanism where, one of you guys out there wants to sit back and smoke with me, and we talk cigars, have some good drink. We'll be doing that out of Good Dog Studios, the studio that I just built in my house. Before you think it's all fancy pants and such, it's basically a converted closet, but it still works.
Finally coming out of the closet, are we?
It's his panic room. What venue will this lovely show be taking place on?
What I'm going to do is do it live on StreamYard. So
Facebook
it'll be
Live.
a live. Well, hold your horses. It will be a Facebook Live. Also, will be on YouTube Live, and it will be recorded. So if you miss the live, you can always catch it on YouTube or on the Loomis Cigar Cartel page.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Gorilla looks perplexed.
Well, no, I have thoughts I will discuss with the gorilla
Why do you
on
look
how to make
perplexed,
that happen.
sir? Not that
There's a reason I asked. We'll discuss it later.
Well, I think I know you're thinking about the lives, but I'm assuming that I'll be vetting those. It won't be just a free-for-all.
I have a list
Oh, okay.
of questions.
No.
later.
Absolutely.
Well, shall we wind this up, boys?
I think
Yep.
so. So, Gorilla, take me home. Well, the whiskey glass is almost empty. Hold that thought. The whiskey glass is now empty and my cigar is down to the nub, so I think it's about that time. I want to thank everybody out there and forgive us because our camera ran out of space if you're a viewer, so you will be delighted with videos of hippos and squirrels or muskrats or beavers. That's it. So it'll be kind of like a slightly prolonged beaver break. So we appreciate your indulgence and thank you for listening. Check us out at LoomCigarCartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We're going up there showing our cigars for the day, doing a couple of lives here and there. So check it out. Don't be a stranger. Reach out. Let us know you're out there. I'm Scott Robinson. And on behalf of all of us here at Beyond the Humidor, we look forward to chatting with you on the next episode as we near closer and closer to the 100th episode. God help us. And until then, stay healthy and safe. And like I always say, good smoke, good drink, and good life. Take care, everybody, and take care of each other.
I like when we get to the funky keyboard.
Yeah.
Keep the fucking keyboard. Let it go, man. Feel it. Go ahead. Feel free to bob. Maybe it's the alcohol that I've consumed, but I don't mind the bobbing right now.
And the best part is they can't see it.
That's the best part.
Update. The alcoholless bourbon is still shit.
Not the alcohol, the alcohol-free.
Free-range bourbon.
That is not free-range bourbon. That is shit bourbon. That is panther piss.